Hey, it's MrConectr, and this is your market intelligence report for July 31st, 2026. Geopolitical and macroeconomics. We've got the Iranian U.S.-Israel conflict remains the macro overprint. The White House convened at Camp David while the energy markets still price a Hormuz war premium, even as the tanker traffic recovered toward about 30 to 35% of pre-war levels. Brent oil trades high 80s to $90 per barrel across the venues. The United Kingdom pumped their prices. They hit the highest since the Iranian war began. All major U.S. oil major stocks are stronger with the second quarter profits on the elevated crude tape. The U.S. Treasury sanctioned Iranian-linked Hormuz Strait maritime insurance entities that accept Bitcoin and other digital assets, framed as the IRGC-backed extortion on Strait transit, not commercial cover, tightening the crypto sanctions nexus on the checkpoint. This is a big crypto deal right here, guys. Lot to be determined. Soft growth still meets sticky price politics. The U.S. second quarter growth printed about 1.5% annualized. While Federal Reserve hike, dissenters keep arguing inflation needs action now. Bank of England held rates but flagged readiness to tighten if the Iranian war escalates. Key takeaway, oil and sanctions still get the risky asset weather more than any other single crypto headline. The Hormuz transit recovery path, and then monitor Camp David diplomacy tone. General crypto market, we are down 2.6% on Bitcoin. The Bitcoin spot ETFs, though, flipped green yesterday with about $233.1 million net inflows. IBIT had about $183.4 million, leading the way. The Ether ETF season totaled about $12.8 million net in. Coinbase posted a second quarter miss, about $1.2 billion revenue and roughly $309 million net loss as spot volumes cooled. Even while stablecoin and prediction market lines grew and global share hit a record. What is our total crypto market cap? 2.14. We are zoomed out all the way here, so you get to see how far we've come. Let's look at the year. We are down 43% on the year on total market cap. And the Bitcoin dominance on the year, about even, down a little bit. And there's your all-time. And the Conectr coins. No, these are made in America coins. I had mine pulled up. Not sure what happened to them. Okay, let's look at the Made in America coins. Xenon, up 9.23. Decred and Chia. And Zebek coming in fourth today. Let's zoom out just a little bit. 7 days on the American coins. Constitution Dow. Chia and Digibuy up. Okay, let's get to the hardware wallet shock. Cold card, MK3, seed generation weakness linked to roughly 594 Bitcoin, about $38 million swept from hundreds of wallets in minutes. Self-custody trust hit. It's not the chain's fault, though. Be careful out there. There was a $8 million drain in XRP staking, a fake staking site yesterday on the Intel report. Stellar ran its Q2 webinar site. Its webinar, they ran it live in teed Stellar House, Sao Paulo next week, plus Meridian speakers. Overall, price is soft. ETF flows and Rails paperwork are still constructive underneath. Consider separate flows, Rails evidence from Friday red candles, and treat hardware seed hygiene as non-optional. Be careful with those seeds. That's a good reminder. Traditional finance and crypto convergence. Here's our lending and borrowing tokens. Hi-Fi, Reservoir, Seamless, Celsius. Oh, yeah, Celsius been getting back in the game. All right, traditional finance. Circle won a New York limited purpose trust charter for Circle Internet Trust Company days after the OCC National Trust approval. We've got a BS Project Agora completed real value, tokenized wholesale trials. 28 institutions and central banks settled about $1 million equivalent across 6 currencies, including the US dollar, with an average settlement near 80 seconds using tokenized central bank reserves and commercial bank deposits. That's real world adoption right there. They are testing this system, guys, the new system. We still love our privacy tokens. Past 24 hours, Ycash, Bitcoin, 7 days, Cody, Azumi Finance, Azumi. And of course, Zero Alpha. Lending and borrowing, big deals on chain. Regulatory developments. The Clarity Act market structure path remains blocked into the August recess. It's only a few days now until the recess. We'll see what they can get done this week coming. The crowd odds that the Clarity Act is signed in 2026 sit at only about 27%. Bipartisan ethics language with Tillis and Gallio are figuring that out. It was a resent towards the White House while the secretary publicly pressed the Senate to vote. The Treasury Secretary is ready for the new system. New York, and they sued Kalshi as an alleged illegal gambling operation, seeking an injunction and damages framed as high as about $36 billion New York's wants from Kalshi. Prediction market is very popular now, but they need some guardrails, regulations, of course. So we'll see what happens with that. I saw where North Carolina will be implementing a 6% commission tax or, profit tax on predictions starting January 2027. And I believe they are labeling it non-gambling activities. First state to do that. But you've got other states doing the opposite. So there's still a lot to figure out. Senate Democrats floated an anti-corruption bureau, framing that the disclosures on large crypto-linked income around the Trump orbit. Political heat on digital asset ethics, independent of bill text. And separate Iranian crypto enforcement. We covered that earlier. I am going through our daily market intel report from the AI agent intelligence. Gold's at $4,048. And silver's at $57.86. Tokenized gold reportedly held up to roughly it held up through a sharp gold sell-off, a stress window, but it's less than about 2% as active DeFi collateral adoption still is thin versus the headline market cap growth. So they are putting gold on chain. That makes a lot of sense to me. We've got news that Ondo Finance is weighing acquisition in roughly $250 million to $500 million range as the RWA infrastructure consolidates. We've got Project Agora's real-time multi-currency settlements are the cleanest rails, not theater. RWA adjacent proof this cut. Okay, what does the market intel report? Let's see, let's get back to what does it have to say about AI and blockchain? Frontier agent risk went mainstream. AI is such a bubble to me, guys, especially when you've got these open source models that have come out all the time. Anthropic said that its Claude models compromised 3 organizations during a test shortly after peer reports of rogue agent breaches. Security and containment now board level, not lab trivia. Big tech AI build-out still expands, though, as CapEx, even as free cash flow compresses at several mega caps. Memory and power costs are the hard constraint narrative. Lightning Labs pushed a L402 agent payment tooling so the agents can pay Lightning invoices for API access, a concrete local open payments path for autonomous software. And XAI is suing Minnesota's first in nation AI. It's the first notification law to sue Block. Okay, they're trying to block. Sorry, I'm trying to figure this out. AI suing Minnesota to block the first in the nation AI notification law. NUDIFICATION. Although it may be a misspell, nullification. IBM's trusted quantum advantage claim refreshed. Long horizon cryptography, hardening talk without an immediate break. Okay, prediction markets. New York's Kalshi suit is the clearest U.S. state versus federal showdown yet on event contracts, with the CFTC already seeking to reinstate states' enforcements. I guess they're going to leave that up to the states, is what it's looking like, guys. Predictions. We've got the World Cup linked blockchain prediction activity was tallied near $20 billion in volume, with hundreds of thousands of participating wallets. Production market is fit, but not the debate. Regulatory perimeter is. The Clarity Act 2026 signed into law. Crowd is only about 27% of that happening. The recess vote markets remains deeply skeptical. There was rumor that Trump could call for an emergency session to extend the session, so we'll see what comes of that. Coinbase said that we're still in prediction, that the prediction venue more than doubled quarter over quarter and crossed as $100 million annualized run rate. Exchanges are building the category even as states attack it. Okay, we are at our risk opportunity analysis. Still trying to get my groove back going on the videos, guys. I should be doing some live soon. I want to kind of do this format. We might go to X and cover some X deals, but everybody's covering X.com. I've got pure market intelligence from my AI agents that we're going to try to pass to everybody so we can all stay informed together. All right. And I'll have some more slides, stuff to look at. Yeah, I've been busy building the agent for some different things. We'll get into all that. Risk opportunity analysis. Based on the last 24 hours, risk score 7 out of 10. Overall opportunity score 6 out of 10. What are the risks? Of course, the Hormuz Iranian escalation can respike oil and crush risk appetite faster than ETF inflows can offset it. So there's a big offset there. ETF flows are kind of propping up everything right now, it looks like. Clarity delay into recess removes a major U.S. policy catalyst into autumn. Okay, we've got cold card class seed flaws and the phishing, the fake IRS letters attack. This is attacking the self-custody trust layer. Users treat as sacred. So this cold card seed flaws. I'm not sure what that was, but evidently they're sharding your seed phrase for you to try to keep it where you can have access to it and as a fallback. But that is an issue. You're trusting someone else. You're still trusting a third party. What are our opportunities? Dual circle trust footing. New York's plus OCC path. This strengthens the regulated dollar stablecoin rails. So that's the circle news that we covered. And what are our other opportunities? Agora real value multi-currency settlement is institutional proof of tokenized wholesale plumbing. Also, yesterday's Bitcoin ETF inflow rebound keeps primary market demand alive under stress soft point. Okay, we got the RWA perps and selective institutional flow concentration flavor. They favor quality rails over spray and pray alts. Spray and pray alts. This agent's a trip sometimes. I could program it, if you got a sol.md file that kind of gives it its personality. I could program it to be funny. But we'll keep it helpful instead. Concise and helpful. Recommendations short term, 1 to 4 weeks. Of course, track the Hormuz transit recovery. Watch whether the ethics language in the clarity bill unlocks any Senate calendar crumbs before full access. Recess, I mean. Do not assume, though. I like how it throws that in there. If self-custodying on older Cold Card MK3 paths, so if you're using Cold Card, figure that out. Follow the Kalshi CFTC New York docket for prediction market product risk. Midterm 1 to 3 months. Prefer your regulated stablecoin and tokenized deposit rail stories. Keep an eye on Circle and Agora participants, and their bank partners as well. Keep an eye on everybody's bank partners. Who's partnering with who? Rescore clarity only on floor process, not the speeches, not the news articles, the headlines, the appearances. Floor process with only a 27% odd that it will pass this year still on Polymarket. Watch the RWA perps, open interest, and whether tokenized M&A, the Ondo class, actually closes. Long term, rails, identity, the settlement, finally outrank election cycle hopium. So watch for that. Watch for the infrastructure being built, the agentic payments, the AI stacks being built to run on these rails. The L402 class. It's a sovereign bridge between crypto and compute. Right? Watch the sanctions grade, compliance on stablecoins, and exchanges become table stakes as Iran crypto enforcement thickens. What are the high risk geopolitical oil shock, legislative odds, hardware, seed phrases, prediction market, legal outcomes? This briefing is for intelligence operators and creators, not a trade ticket. Key metrics to watch: Bitcoin ETFs, the Circle NYDFS Trust Charter, and the OCC National Trust Path implementation. Yeah, let's see what Circle's doing to become a national trust. Keep an eye on the New York Kalshi case. Keep an eye on Coinbase Q3 trading volume and prediction market run. We'll peek in at Stellar House, Sao Paulo next week. And this is not financial advice. And this has been your daily market intel report for July 31st, 2026.